I was wondering on the other one how it got so perfectly in the middle, but I mean, I realized I'm looking at it, so obviously I would have sat down in the middle of the screen. Yeah, I kind of want to describe my dreams and visions. I want to just describe how I'm feeling. I want to say what I did today. I want to say what just happened. I want to say what'll probably happen in the future. Um, um, hmm. What is life? What is life? Where are we? What are we doing? What is this? So the reason I'm doing this is because I want to write. I want to write songs and music and movies and scripts. And I don't really want to write books, but I kind of want to write books and articles and news and you know what I want to write? I want to write laws. I want to write laws and I want to write laws. I want to write stories. I want to write I want to write essays. I want to write laws. Whatever I want, I'm supposed to want it very badly. I'm not supposed to kind of want it like or be unsure about what I want. I mean, I guess that's okay. But I still have to take action. Okay. Yeah, I'm like just done. Like I don't even know, bro. So I think cuz even now I'm just about to watch Columbo until I feel like the coast is clear or my mind is yeah, okay. So this is what I've been feeling like, right? That I'm just walking around in my own mind. Like when we dream, okay, right. So what kind of stories do you want to write? What kind of laws do you want to write? When we dream, I feel like we're kind of like walking around in our subconscious or we're moving around in our subconscious and we're going to this place and that place in our mind. And is why I'm saying everything is a theory, and I feel like I kind of want to say something that is original. So like, not like I'm trying to say the craziest thing I can think of, but I'm trying to think of something that like that no one else has said yet. I'm gonna put these away. Yeah, so you know, it's like we want to get comfortable, or we want to get uncomfortable, is what I should really say. We want to get uncomfortable, and we want to ask like, what have you been doing all day? Okay, um, I'm obviously gonna run and hide from like. So what are you gonna do on Judgment Day? Are you going to are you going to heaven? Or are you going to hell? I think that's why, like, yeah, I always talk about starting in the end. I think that's why dreams are like the most important, significant thing to discuss. Because I always want to go to just my subconscious and I don't really know what I mean. And then, like, yeah, yeah. So that's definitely one thing that I want to talk about is what have I dreamed about? And okay, since I don't like, obviously, I'm about to go to sleep right now. So maybe I could wake up and say it, and then, yeah, that would be like really cool and really great. But I'm just thinking of stuff that I've like dreamed in the very recent past. And that's what I call them visions because dream sounds like, among other reasons, dream sounds like fantasy or something. And like, like it wasn't necessarily a nightmare, but it could have been something that like I was just like, what the fuck was that? Uh yeah, and Marcus says to ignore stuff like that and like, bro, it's just a dream. A dream is just a dream. But como se dice? Right. So that's why I'm saying, like, what do I believe and what do you believe? And what is my purpose and what is your purpose? And why do things happen the way they happen? What happened today? What happens tomorrow? What's happening right now? Yeah, I like questions though also because I really don't know like what I'm saying or what I'm supposed to be saying. Um, yeah, earlier I was thinking I should just be reminding myself and just being like, yeah, like keep going and don't give up and stuff like that. And when like when I was like thinking about saying it, I was like, that's fucking stupid. Don't say that. And then once I said it, I was like, you know what? Right. Okay. So encourage. When I said before I said affirm, but encourage is also like a good word. Um, Yeah, and earlier I was even saying to myself, like, yeah, like cut corners and take shortcuts, and like, like, bruh, it's just not what you think it is. You know what I'm about to do? Now I really feel like now I really feel like one of those, wow, okay, it does not feel good like at all. But now I really feel like one of those, like like Dill from from Rugrats grown up, or Harper from Wizards of Waverly Place. I can't think of anybody else. But yeah, like alright, this is feeling better. I always think too. Like I mean, right. So I think I'm kind of trying to program myself, and then I'm like, it's not should you do that or can you do that, but right, why do you want to do that, or are you already programmed? One thing I think very frequently is along with I'm gonna fucking kill myself is yeah, I feel like I think that way too much. Like I feel like I think that a lot, and I don't like that I think that so often. Um, it'll just be my reaction to stuff. It'll just be my reaction to like anything. Like something will happen. Like I'm trying to think of something like yeah, like the most minor inconvenience. I'll be like, bro, I'm about to fucking kill myself. And then but what I was just thinking was I'm upside down. I always think that. I don't know why. Uh but cuz I think I'm doing like whatever I'm doing, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. So I'll just be like I'm upside down to like to like tell myself that I'm wrong. But like a lot of the time I'll still keep doing whatever I'm doing, but I'll just like acknowledge it by saying I'm upside down. Um yeah, no, that actually feels like really good. Like I can't hold it for like that long, but yeah, this feels like kind of good. I don't know if I'm just like making myself lightheaded or something. Uh, what else? What else? Yeah, I might talk about other people because I don't know. I feel like if I talk about myself, like eventually I'm gonna get like uh right. No. I'm trying to stare at myself in the mirror and be like, this is. But that's what I'm saying too. Like everything is always exactly like a lecture or a punishment, and I'm like, that's what I don't like, right? Because I'll listen to my videos and I'll watch my videos and I'll be like, you say like a lot, you I'm not gonna say you laugh a lot, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're right. The character, you're very casual and lackadaisical and just like and just like and just immature. So and I could sell this stuff to be like this is what I'm doing to fix it or something, or this is what I'm doing to change. But I just want to see the change. I don't want to I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear about, you know what I'm saying, the latest theory because you feel what I'm saying, like, you know, there's always a theory. It's like Ethereum. Oh, uh, that's a cryptocurrency. I thought that was like a software. I guess technically it is. Oh, uh, digital currency. Blockchain. Blockchain. because I want to talk about forex and I want to talk about stocks, but I want to talk about blockchain because blockchain is a technology. It's not just a digital currency. Yo, am I tweaking right now? I feel like, yeah, I mean, just talk about all your stuff, bro. Don't, yeah, like I don't want to say don't make it about you, but you know what I'm saying? Don't make it about you because this is what I'm working on all day, but now I have to like work it out of my brain and really understand it and teach it and explain it so that I'll really be like, oh yeah. Okay, so here's my list. So here's my list. I'm gonna kind of trying to go in ABC order just because that's how it's listed right now. Yeah, cause I'm like, son, like, fuck you, like, I'm not trying to be like rude or mean, but like, what is this all about, right? Because I'm talking about exactly, I'm mapping the digital landscape, cause it's way too fucking complex. Okay, now I can, now I can sit normally. Now I can sit normally because we're even reading right now, and then it makes me think, yo, now this feels wrong, or maybe I was like, give me a second, but yeah, I mean, again, I think I'm just like readjusting and like yeah, because I feel lightheaded again. Like I feel crazy right now. Like I'm like, yo, you have to flip back over. Um, yo, give me like a second. I feel so like out of whack right now. Okay, yeah, so I'm making a website. I'm making a website, and the website, I don't know why. That's what I'm saying. It frustrates me that I feel like I'm joking right now, but I'm not. Like I could pull it up if I really want. And I think this is the whole point of the channel. Cause I'm not right. I was gonna do Bible readings and I was gonna do knock knock jokes and I was gonna do yeah, just like journaling, like this is what happened today or something, or like bro, whatever, son. And this is the thing. Exactly, bruh. I don't know if I should add this or not. I don't know if I should add this or not, but this is the thing that I feel like is stopping me more than anything is the math. I feel like this is the thing that's stopping me more than anything is the math. But exactly now I'm telling myself exactly, okay, okay, because I have to teach myself too. I have to teach myself too, and it is coding and programming, bro. You can't just have fucking AI do everything. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's like ironically, like you have to actually work way harder because there's so much to know. There's so much to know and there's so much to learn. Okay, so I'm not gonna work on that. I promise I'm not, but I'm just gonna like review everything in my head because it's like there's so fucking much. Okay, so I think this is really what I'm gonna talk about, focus on because I'm not doing anything else. I want to say, I want to talk about all this stuff. No, that's what I'm saying. We have to talk about government. Yeah, bruh. Because there have to be laws about AI, just like there's laws about like the internet, just like there's laws about the internet. And there's laws about like, like cell phones and cars and like fire and electricity. There has to be laws about AI, son. There have to be laws about AI. And that's what I'm talking about is artificial intelligence. That's like my main really key focus. Even though I'm mapping the digital landscape just to like understand it more cuz exactly if you don't know what a GPU is and a CPU is, which I don't. I literally don't know what they stand for and I don't know what I mean. I just know it's like a computer, but I don't know what it stands for in like the actual definition. Um, and like I was telling my mother the other day, it's like you don't really have to understand it technically to like use it. So like like if I have Siri and I use Siri, I don't really have to know like the technical details and everything. But Okay. So yeah, because I could no, but that's what I'm saying because it helps with memory, right? And that's why I was saying I'm trying to program myself. It helps to remember it if I just go over it from memory and not if I because if I look at the website right now and I'd be like, okay, right. So my main thing again, like I said, is mapping the digital landscape. I have a focus in artificial intelligence just because that's the emerging technology in the emerging market, but there's so many different other areas to cover. And right, exactly. I'm always making these fucking lists. I'm always making these fucking lists and I'm saying like, okay, I need to do this today. But the application, just developing the habit of doing it is way better. And that's why I was saying when I was saying I have to teach myself, what I was thinking specifically was I need to get on Brilliant because Khan Academy fucking sucks, bro. And I'm not like, bro, it's great. It's a great platform, and I really applaud dude for like doing everything he's doing because he's like the fucking face of like online education, aside from like John Green and I don't know who else. This is why I'm saying, I'm here, I'm here. I don't know what else I was trying to talk about, bro, but it's nonsense. It's nonsense. I don't know what else I was trying to talk about, but like nothing else matters right now. Exactly, bro. AI is like AI is what we need to be talking about. AI is what we need to be talking about, among other things. And I'm gonna get to those things. That's why I'm saying exactly education. That's the so what do you call those category? The folder. I could call them folders. I could call them folders. The tab. That seems dumb to call it that. I'm trying to think of like who else. Yeah, I don't remember his brother's name, but it's John Green and Crash Course. Crash Course. And then there's like the School of Life or something. This is why I'm saying, okay, this was the very first like thing on MIT Open Courseware, and I talk a lot about how like MIT really focuses on the curriculum and they don't. I really love the words that I'm using right now. This is honestly this is honestly all I care about at the current moment, and it's all that I've been thinking about. But I want to talk about other stuff because I feel like you know, uh, that's what people are gonna watch, or that's what people are gonna care about, or like that's where my mind should be. I feel like my mind should be somewhere else, but I'm like, bro, artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, deep learning. I like have to like be precise, right? I will become more precise. uh when I was talking about teaching myself through online education, because there are so many courses, and that's why I'm really like, bro, people are like paying for courses, but what they're really paying for, what they're really paying for is the accountability, and they might be paying for like the mentorship and like the relationship, but what they're really paying for is the accountability to actually be like, I took the course and I finished it, because there's a million courses you can take. So what I'm talking about is, and that's what I wanted to say before, Khan Academy is so right, it's just childish. That's really the word that I was looking for. And like again, I'm not trying to say anything because I really like appreciate, yeah, I really appreciate the platform and like the everything, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Yeah, but it's like you want to finish the course and actually learn from it, and not only that, but like kind of like put it on your resume kind of thing. So but Brilliant is so fucking good. But the only thing is, me, I'm on the free tier. So I'm trying to think of I'm trying to look for like alternatives, but like it's like there are none. And the reason why Brilliant is so good is because you learn by doing. They kind of just throw problems at you. And then it's like you see kind of like they gauge your like understanding and then they adjust to like wherever you are. But they'll still like just teach the topic and be like, this is blah 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 or this is whatever. So Brilliant is so great. And then I've looked at IXL and I've looked at I don't know what else. Mathematics. That's what I think I said it already. I think I said it already. I think that's really what's stopping me. And then, I want to talk about different sciences. Um but I'm not trying to like, like be an expert on them. Then again, I also found an app. I think it's called Play AI. Yeah, bro. I'm just gonna talk about this shit all night, bro. I'm really trying to like, yeah, bro. I'm trying to talk about like. I'm like, I can stop now. I'm good. I'm good. I can stop now. I found like my topic, bro. Yeah, I was thinking too. Uh, I have to find like the thing that I'm like talking about and that I'm doing, so then I can like really, yeah, bro, discuss it. Cause like I just wanna walk around and pace right now. Okay, artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, computer science, mathematics, generative AI agents, AI agent builders, cloud computing, quantum computing, robotics, blockchain, forex, stock trading, finance, digital currency, cryptocurrency. Yeah, see, it starts to touch all kinds of things like sales and marketing and psychology and self improvement and government. But I have to start cutting stuff out. I have to start cutting stuff out because, right. This is even what I was asking AI. You know what I fucking love so much is Grok. Chat GPT is really good. I don't want to say obviously. Gemini is the worst. I yeah, no. Cuz when the government just starts talking about like Google and not breaking up Google, but like I'm just like, yo, chill the fuck out. Like I feel like they need to leave Google alone. But then again, I was going to say I really hate Google in but in that very specific sense of just like, bro, they're so politics and government. What else is there? There's frameworks. There's frameworks. There's frameworks. And now I'm gonna get specific, and I have to say like Lambda and LangChain. There's platforms. There are industry standards. There's cybersecurity. There is okay, right. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get distracted and then I'm gonna focus. That's what I'm gonna do because that's what I was saying before is that like I'll get on to a certain train of thought and think I have to follow it like all the way to its end. And but a lot of the time, exactly, because that's what it'll be is like I'll be really focused and I think I have to finish this list and then I'll get distracted and think like I should flesh out whatever idea that is that I'm like trying to grasp at. But it's like I'll kind of just go back and forth between the two because I don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. There's just way too much going on. There's too many moving parts. And what I was saying earlier about Play AI was that it's an app. That I was trying to like make this app myself, and I haven't really tried it out yet. So that's what I need to. Right. And that's what I'm saying. part of it is learning, and part of it is really making the plan for tomorrow. Because those are the two things that I'm thinking is like I just want to organize my own website, but I also need to find somewhere to trade forex, and I need to find somewhere. No, no, no. I need to try out Play AI. I tried out Replit on my phone. It went very well, I would say, but I need to try it on the laptop because the phone is shit. And that's also what I want to get to the place where like the phone is like not as powerful, but I mean, yeah, I want to be able to do everything on my phone that I can do on my laptop. And maybe that's like a while off, but I feel like it's something that needs to start to be uh worked toward, because there's a lot of stuff I can do on my phone that I can do on my laptop already. But it's like you start to touch certain areas. It's like nah, you can't do that, and it's like that's annoying because the phone is so easy to pick up and just like go wherever. So I'm talking specifically about VS Code, but there's just a bunch of stuff. So yeah, bro, yeah, bro, yeah, bro, yeah, bro, technology. Really talking about just technology. That's like the category if you want to talk about like SEO or like search categories and stuff. That's what I'm talking about. That's the niche that I'm talking about because I'm not talking about finance necessarily. I'm definitely not talking about travel. I'm not talking about like lifestyle or anything like that. I'm talking about technology. That's what I'm really talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm really talking about. It's technology. I'm not necessarily talking about artificial intelligence, but like that's what I'm thinking about is artificial intelligence. And just computer science. So what else are the other yeah, there's computer science. Yeah, and then there's just like web development and so so okay, play AI. Play AI or it's play something. It's like a voice app. Again, I have to try it to see, but it's like this is the app that I wanted to make is one where you can like clone your own voice and then you can have it read like anything to you. So I was gonna do like the Bible and I was gonna do Harry Potter, but then I was gonna start to do like, documentation. You know the thing about fucking computers and like, yeah, bro, when you start to go on like GitHub and when you start to go on like, yeah, bro, like AWS, there's like just pages and pages and pages of documentation. And yeah, because the terminology is very good to get familiar with and I want to just like have it read to me, but I hate other people's voices like after a while. I'll listen to audiobooks and it's like this is good like what they're talking about, but their voice annoys me. And my own voice annoys me too, but just less. I don't know. And again, that's what I'm saying. A lot of the time, like it'll be my tonality, but a lot of the time it'll be like my what I'm talking about. And the other thing that I left off of the website because I actually did make the website with code design. Code design is code design is so phenomenal. So software, software, software. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want is a SaaS company. I feel like everybody's like this, but I want a SaaS company so bad. And this is why I was trying to make like an app. This is why I was trying to make an app, but more specifically is a software. Is a software that I can charge, premium subscriptions. Um and obviously like it'll be free, but like anyway, okay. That's what I Okay, just so quickly. No, no, no. I talked about Play AI, right? And how it has like you can clone your own voice, you can play everything. But languages, that was the other thing that I just wanted to say really quick. I was gonna do like the Bible and stuff like Harry Potter, just like test out functionality. You know what my favorite movie is? I feel like you can guess. Yeah, yeah. I've had to have watched The Social Network at least over 100 times, and part of that is just because it was free on YouTube, and it was like it wasn't only just free on YouTube, but like it was like no ads. Like they would just like let you. I don't understand why. But even now it's again on YouTube. But I don't know if it's like ad free. But yeah, social network is just like on YouTube. Yeah, bro. I've watched it at least 100 times. At least 100 times. At least 100 times. I've watched that shit so many fucking times. Yeah, because the idea, the idea of it. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. What else? Yeah, bro. Not gonna rant. And I was like, right. I was like tired before because I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. But now it seems so obvious, bro. Like, what have you been doing? I've been making websites and I've been making YouTube channels and I've been making accounts on like just all these different platforms and seeing like what the fuck does this do? um the the terminal and the command line. The terminal and the command line. It's like I'm trying to get really familiar with this, but then you have stuff like Bubble, like low code, no code platforms where it's like, you know, you don't really have to know, but I'm like, bro, you should have some sort of understanding of like what the fuck it's doing in the background. Yeah, cause Replit was talking to me, bro, and it was saying some crazy stuff. And this is the other thing too. This is the other thing too. Is I want to talk about this to like everybody, but I'll try to have conversations with people about computers and technology and they get bored or uninterested or frustrated because they don't understand why like I'm so fervent. And okay, this is a great time to say what I was gonna say before about MIT and how MIT's OpenCourseWare, their YouTube channel, they have probably the best uh collection of courses and they're always updating and I fucking love MIT. Stanford Online is also pretty good. They really focus on artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is cool, but like at a certain point I just like, okay, my head hurts. I need to do something else. Yale does a lot of like arts and humanities. They also have like, STEM stuff, but MIT is like mostly STEM, and then they have like a little arts and humanities. And then there's like NYU, but most colleges don't even give a fuck about like teaching. They're just like they're just like look at our campus, talk to our staff. Like it's like I'm not gonna, they're doing what they're doing, bro. I don't know, but like MIT is like the standard. So but 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 MIT also will have those. I don't know what they're called. That like they're not classes. They're like symposiums or something. They're like I don't know what to call them. Yeah, bro. It's like it's like to me right now, it's like I'm talking to Mark Zuckerberg, but not the real Mark Zuckerberg, the Mark Zuckerberg from the social network. And it's like I'm okay. Yeah, bro. It's like I'm like thinking that I'm that person. So I'm trying to really like again go somewhere else like mentally, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think it's over. So and then what else happened? Um um I'm trying to think of a word. I'm trying to think of a word for like yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think that's what I also have to do is look at yeah, yeah, no. Mission because that can be very broad. Yeah, because I was trying to think of a word of something that is like, because education is easy, like we're learning about whatever. But how do we say like what we're planning for, what we're trying to accomplish? That's mission. And I have my hello world, which is like my just about page or whatever. Um, my my introductory whatever. Uh, this is going just really great. And like, yeah, bro, I had plans to do all these other stuff, but it's like, yeah, bro, it's not nearly as exciting or like or okay. Yeah, we just love building. Yeah, he's definitely, bro. I like, bro. You can't lie. I remember because this one dude, I think it's Bandman Kevo, has like he has tattoos, bro, of like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and I don't know who else. But it's like, yeah, bro, they're the fucking giants. I don't know how else to I don't know how else to do this. Like, yeah, bro. Because if we want to talk about like Carnegie and Vanderbilt and Rockefeller and all those people, like that's who it is today. Is like Zuckerberg and Musk and Bezos and Gates and yeah. I'm gonna like relax myself a whole bunch for a second, but like yeah, but but I have just like way too much respect and admiration and like et cetera, et cetera, et cetera for Gates. It's like it doesn't even make sense. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense. And like I gotta talk about Jobs, but Jobs is like more of a creative. And then I do want to hop over to that side too, but I'm like, not really, not really, not really. Yeah, not really. Not really. Yeah, he wouldn't be he wouldn't be like, yeah, bro. He wouldn't be there. He wouldn't be there. And I'm on a fucking iPhone right now, bro. Let me calm down. But I'm like, yeah, bro. He wouldn't be there. He wouldn't be there. Musk would be there, and Bezos would be there, and Zuckerberg would be there, and Gates is like, yeah. Gates is like before all of the rest of them. And like I don't know who the fuck like invented computers and stuff and who like really had like some major contributions, and I want to listen to MIT classes and free code camp. Like, where am I right now in my head to not have said free code camp this whole time? uh uh But now I'm getting to this place where I'm like, yeah, I just want to talk to Grok. Or like, yeah, like Google is cool. Google isn't. I said too much about Google. It's just Gemini fucking sucks, bro. I hate Gemini so much. Gemini gives the most like the way it answers you, the way like I never like talking to Gemini. And the only reason I was like doing different platforms, but now I think I'm just gonna stick to Grok because I was trying to get like different sources for like, okay, like let me talk to Perplexity, let me talk to Claude, let me talk to, yeah, again, Claude is like why are you here? Okay, again, ChatGPT is supposed to be like the standard, but the thing about ChatGPT is its information isn't necessarily up to date. Grok Grok is perfect. Grok is perfect. Like Grok is perfect. Okay. Uh what was the other one? Bing. And Bing is like, yeah, bro. Bing is cool. Bing is cool. Bing is cool. It's just like I want to like rank them now. I want to like rank them now. And then is there anybody else? Um Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do is just like rank all the tools and stuff. Because that's what I was doing with. Okay, so I made a YouTube channel. And it was called Green Tree. It was called Green Tree. And what I did was I did screen recordings of all the not all of the, but a lot of and Ellison. Yeah, we have to talk about Ellison because he's like not like underlooked or overlooked, but like like all of the other people, I feel like even if you don't care about technology, right, they're like household names. But Ellison isn't really a household name, but I think that's kind of because he's more like Jobs, where it's like, he's not like, yeah, like I say creatives, like they're kind of more managers than like than like they're less hands on than like actual like developers or whatever. Like the developers they get more like yeah, bro. they get way more juice. Okay, you see what I'm saying? How I'm right. I'm code switching, which is I'm not saying I don't want to. No, yeah, I'm saying that. I'm saying that. I'm definitely saying that. I'm definitely gonna get like you know what I'm saying like who's really gonna be my audience? Because I'm really saying my audience is myself, but then that doesn't really make any sense either. So I really need some people to really talk about this with. But then I'm like, no, you're wasting time. That's what I was saying though. Okay. Back to MIT. Two things about MIT is that one, I don't want to watch a fucking 30-hour course or from MIT or free code camp. Yeah, just YouTube because I was I was on YouTube University and I was just like trying to absorb all this information. But like I said, with Brilliant and Khan Academy, doing supersedes it by like 50 miles because if you understand how to build a website or if you understand how to you understand how to do a certain task, you understand how to learn. You understand how to learn. Then like you don't really need to like it's good to I guess brush up on stuff, but and like you know people are always like okay I'm taking courses and stuff, but my point is that I'd rather just talk to Grok. I'd rather just talk to Grok than fucking do any of that other stuff. So yeah, we gotta talk about Nvidia and we gotta talk about Jensen. We gotta talk about Nvidia. We gotta talk about Jensen. So I don't know what to say about it, but you know, I'm back to this writing. It's just that like okay, and now I can finish up with MIT. And I think this is actually where I'm gonna stop because I think yeah, mission. We gotta really yeah, mission is really important. Yeah, mission is really important. Uh so so MIT in one of their like it's not a course. I don't know what it is, but they're just like these like little mini series that they're like talks. Yeah, they're like TED Talks, but like from the college. So it's like I don't know what they're called, but they're not courses, they're not lectures. They'll have these other kinds of mini series that are like they are like lectures, but they're not like the point is that this one guy and this was like this video now is probably like 20 years old or something. It's like at least 15 years old. And he was talking about how the internet is making the earth flat. And what he meant by that was like, you know, you obviously have these giants and these like historic entities like Harvard or like IBM. Yeah, see, it just feels so good. You know, I get frustrated, bro. I was telling my sister that I get frustrated, brother. All we talk about is fucking like Drake and Kendrick and like World Star and like it really frustrates me. It really frustrates me the topics of discussion. And that's why I'm saying I was getting mad at myself that I want to be like an athlete and I want to be an entertainer when it's like, bruh, people really like people really like not only like own stuff but control things. And I was watching Columbo earlier and it was this thing about like subconscious programming and this is like supposedly illegal now, but it's like how like they used to just put pictures of hamburgers and stuff in like movies and into commercials and it's just like so so anyway um yeah, bro. I want to talk about IBM. I don't necessarily want to talk about politics, but that's what I'm saying too. That's what I'm saying too. Like, there's like a very thin line because, yeah, bro, y'all want to talk about like y'all want to talk about anyway. So with the flat Earth, right? It's like it makes everything more accessible. Like exactly. There's like he was talking about how like he went to India and he was like he took a cab or something, and then like the cab driver in India had like you know like a website and an app and like just all this different stuff. Then it's like oh yeah like like email me and we can connect to like blah blah blah. You know who's also another really cool dude is Hassan. I don't know his he he builds AIs and he has like a thing that'll like build you your AI. He has a whole YouTube channel and like blah 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 blah. But it's like there's all these people now. There's not just IBM and Harvard and like I don't know what else. Yeah, yeah. This is what just fucked me up just now, right? There's not just like America. But the thing also about, data is what they control. It's like, now, yeah, and people talk about this all the time, how like, something like Amazon or Google like has more money and more like pull than like a lot of countries. Um, I'm not gonna say a lot of countries, but I'll say some countries. I won't say like some. I won't say a few countries. I won't say a lot of countries. I'll say some countries. They have a lot of pull. Yo, I'm about to be talking about this shit all fucking day and all night. I'm trying to think what else did I teach myself though. There's generative AI and there's frameworks and there's but that's what I was saying. Pico CTF. I don't know if I said it yet, but that's one way that I can teach myself. But another way that I can teach myself is just by doing. And I'm trying to give myself like projects. So like exactly, if you have like a concept, you have to immediately attach it to a project and like build something so that you understand how it works and everything. Because you could talk about learning fucking coding and computer science, but that shit is like yeah, you can never say like I know coding now, bro. It's there's too much. There's too much and there's always something new. So that's what they talk about exactly, because people talk about this in just like all like office jobs and like formal and professional settings. They talk about a rapidly evolving environment, but they talk about that when it comes to like non-technical stuff. I'm talking about like yeah, so you want to attach it to a project. Like you don't want to just have a concept just for like fucking whatever sake. You want to have a project to go with it, and then you want to like be like, okay, I did this project. But again, that's why I was getting to like what really matters right now. What really matters right now, what really matters to learn. Um what else is there? What else is there? What else is there? What else is there? There's time. There's time. Yeah, tomorrow I just gotta get stuff to work through. Cause now I'm like, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Okay, okay, okay. Uh, yeah, yeah. So you have like partners, and you have like user feedback and stuff. You want to make a chat bot, but that's what I'm saying. I think at this point, I kind of am too focused on like the website itself. Wow, products. That's the one thing I'm not talking about. Products, products. Yeah, again, because I could talk about Splunk, and I could talk about Asana, and I could talk about Slack, and I could talk about Zoom. I could talk about all this stuff, but how am I integrating them? Yeah, and I think the mission is going to be very key right now, because it's very easy to get caught up in just, the numbers and the data and all that stuff. But I think I have a pretty clear aim of like where I want to go forward. Yeah, I mean, it's just using technology of like how to improve our lives and stuff like that. uh, yeah, bro. I was thinking, I was just thinking like so cynically, and just like People want to do this and people want to do that, and people only care about themselves. And that's why I was asking very philosophical questions. But now I don't give a fuck about any of that. I just want to talk about technology and artificial intelligence. And yeah, no, I mean that's really what I want to talk about. Yeah, because we're gonna talk about markets and what happened in the market today and news. Yeah, yeah, and that's why I'm saying like, because the tab, I took out all the okay, so it was directories. I think that was one of the things that I was missing. Of like, there's a bunch of directories for just AI tools, but yeah, I'm realizing how a lot of this stuff is like yeah, I'm just getting caught up in the concept and like, it's not necessarily the most useful thing. It's very good that like it's to be aware of it and to use it and to implement it. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at research. Okay. I'm looking at research. I'm just thinking of new like tabs to add. I guess they are tabs. Uh yeah, I guess they are tabs. Um yeah, so yeah, you want to talk about news? Oh, okay. Because I took out all the plurals. Like I wouldn't say directories. I would say directory, and I wouldn't say platforms. I would say platform, and I wouldn't say agents. I would say agent. And yeah, just like with news, I just want to say like new. But okay, but like I had newsletter. I had newsletter, which is cool. Beehive. Yeah, see, I'm like Beehive, Substack. I'm like, I feel like I know like not all the platforms, but I know so many different platforms where I'm just like, bro, uh, yeah. So I think I have to come to YouTube with it. Yeah, I think I have to come to YouTube with it. And like, I'm not saying make shorts, and I'm not saying make screen recordings. That's the thing though. They're combined with yeah, with screen recordings and then like actual like yeah, but I feel like I'm not gonna record myself like doing the screen recordings like simultaneously because like one I need different equipment, but two I'm like I don't know if I really want to discuss it like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like discussing it so I can just like think about everything, but I want to separate it from the actual action because tomorrow I'm about to right. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna research. Nah, but I also need to put a product up. I have websites on Printify. I have websites on Printify, but none of them are really like serious. I need to just exactly like list a product somewhere. Cause it's not that difficult, bruh. And that's what I'm saying. If you make a sale, your whole life will be changed, bruh. Your whole life will be changed so quickly and so easily. And it's like exactly like I want to make everything perfect. Like I want to make like a Shopify, whatever. And I'm also worried about like advertising, but I'm saying like this is like an easy medium, bro. If you can go fucking viral, that was that was like my other model. Is I was trying to combine like not combine, but yeah, I was thinking like you basically want to be like combine Mark Zuckerberg and Kim Kardashian. So it's like Mark Zuckerberg is like uh Mark Zuckerberg is very technical, technically efficient, proficient, however you want to say it. Kim Kardashian is very famous. She's uber famous. Right. That's why I'm saying businesses and companies. Because now I'm thinking about, like, I'm thinking about platforms, but I'm also just thinking about like Uber and Alibaba and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and Apple and fucking Apple and Amazon and and yeah, like there's like ubiquity. There's like ubiquity, and that's what I'm saying, bro. They just have data. They just have data. They have so much data. Okay. So it's data science, but it's like data visualization because again, in my thing, I wrote it as like data table, but that's not correct. Uh, yes, okay. So I need to research. I need to research just like overall, but I also need to look at forex. I want to look at forex. Yeah, I just have to research. I just have to research. I just have to research. But I want to look at forex and I want to look at play AI and yeah, and I need a product somewhere. I need a product somewhere, a real product that I can share and be like, yo, buy this today, right now. Cause I have products like all over, but I'm like they're not serious to me. Yeah, cause you know what's crazy is TikTok and TikTok Shop. Oh, I think that. Oh, okay, yeah. We want to make predictions. I think that's why, because that's why I was gonna talk about Trump and his tariffs and how the market just went so crazy today. So, because I was expecting more dips, but I think that's why he's doing all the tariffs. Because he's like, nigga. Because he's like, bruh, TikTok is not going anywhere. I think that's what he's really saying. I think that's what he's really saying. I think that's what he's like, really like, yeah, I think, yeah, yeah. I think that's what he's really saying. It's like, we're keeping TikTok. Because TikTok is too profitable. TikTok is like, bruh, because okay, right? We could talk about TikTok Shop, and I think that's really where you want to list whatever product it is. Because yeah, but then we have to talk about drop shipping, and I don't want to talk about drop shipping, but now that just opened up a whole other door. We have to talk about e-commerce. Yeah, and that's why I was like, I didn't want to talk about marketing and sales and all that stuff, but you really have to. Yeah, bruh, because TikTok Shop is like the most convenient way to buy anything. I mean, well, it depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. If you're just swiping TikTok, like, and you see a product and you buy it that way, it's like, you're right. It's so seamless. It's so seamless to buy that product. Um, what else is there? What else is there? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like I'm gonna kind of hold back like a little bit on posting, just because I'm like, yeah, I don't want to ruin the Kim Kardashian aspect of it. Yeah, because that's what I want to think about too, and that's what I want to say. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell knock knock jokes, and I'm gonna read the Bible because I'm trying to think of like the easiest thing. Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna eat food because I'm trying to think of like the easiest thing that I could do to just be like viral that way. Um, okay, so that's what I can think of too. Right, brand, personal brand, personal brand, online brand, whatever you want to call it. Nah, because exactly, I got one thing to say. I got one thing to say.